no joke, this ain't no game. This that CSZ game. They said pull up, so I came. You better put some respect on their name. Yeah, 55 was goody. Kill the vibe, how could he? Big Cardinal on the hoodie. Let me break it down for you fully. This ain't your average broadcast. This ain't just no podcast. The mother show spread fake news. We just call them broadcast. West, Joey, Sam, Shawn, Doctor. And you know that boy Higgy. He said he don't want no small fries. Tell them they better make them biggie. Yeah, you already know what we be on. We got the crown, we hold the throne. We throw them L's and you take them home. When they ring the bells, you know that it's home. The bar set, we setting the tone. If we set it, then set it in stone. Sit in the street, set up your phone. You in the Cardinal sports zone.
What is up, everybody? I am Joe. You're not on here. Where you at? Your picture's missing.
Vaping, so
okay. I appreciate. Okay. I appreciate that. You can't hear yourself? Hold on. What about now?
Check.
I mean, I can hear you perfectly fine. All right, welcome everybody to the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast / streaming show. I'm your host, Jeremy Wyman, and yes, this is still a work in progress. Yes, we're still trying to figure things out. Let's go ahead and throw the chat line on there. Bradley, what is good, my man? We're gonna try to keep working the kinks out here, and give you all the best. Brad Jeffries, let's go. I'm with you. Right as it never fails, my mother is calling. She doesn't listen. Bradley and Bradley, what's going on? We've got a lot to go over today, and we're going to go over that. As you can see today, it's just myself, my co-host, Shawn Barber.
How's it going?
The post game is on. Robbie, I apologize. We are your post game. I do apologize for the blinds and stuff. I can see the light on my face. It's okay. Y'all love my face regardless. Even though apparently somebody on Twitter told me today I have no chin, to which I responded, I have plenty of them. So joke's on you, not Drew Diener, you putz. But yeah, hey, Pops is doing well today, man. I'm really happy. So, and then our other co-host, Joe Wyman.
What's going on, everybody?
As you all can tell, I have not brought
myself, but I can hear Jeremy like from 3 doors down.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Where you killing my ears?
Do what? Oh, that's because I had it up too loud. Sorry.
That's probably why I couldn't hear me, because yours was so loud.
Shut up. DD, aloha. What's up, DD? What's up, Kevin? What's up, Anthony? Big win today. We're going to go over that in a few, even though we do not have our women's basketball correspondent, beat writer, Sam Baisden. He is currently 3 sheets to the wind somewhere. The Bad News Birds. Yeah, absolutely, man. We will get to that here in a few minutes. I want to also obviously the chat room's open. The chat line, looking for a sponsor for that chat line. Y'all better get in before the prices are so high that you need like a membership to be up in here. People keep telling me, "Hey man, you should create a premium chat room or premium this or that." I'm like, no, I'm doing this for y'all because this is exactly what I would want done for me. Steve, what's going on? Steve Franconia. But chat line's open. Also, somebody had said a couple weeks ago, man, you need to get the YouTube stickers and this and that. So since we just started the YouTube channel a few months ago, we don't have the minimum subscribers that you need to have to do YouTube stickers. If y'all want to do stuff like that, though, we have our Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal right at the bottom. So that way you all can, if you want us to be a premium board, bless us. Big Cardinal fan, what up? Hey, what's up, man? So again, that's how you help us out. Every time any of you all, I mean, if I looked at him at disgust when he put a chat in the private chat room, what makes you think that I want you to do?
I'll just get out of the thing. Like, we can have fun with each other.
No, I can't see it. It completely covers my screen up when you use the private chat.
Well, we're not the host, so we don't know that.
Absolutely.
That's why it's this private chat, so we can have fun when you're talking.
Right. But Numbnuts over here is like, hey, let me do it after he looked upset. Anyway, as you can tell, there's no Higgy this week because I'm still mad at him, and I'm about to be even more mad at him if he keeps on being stupid. But it is what it is. Let's jump right into it. Again, welcome to the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast and streaming show. Women's basketball, big 76-64 win over Tennessee. The women's team just defensively was just smothering the entire game. I did hear this stat during the game, on pace to give up the fewest points per game in NCAA history. I did get Higgy on Twitter today, and I'm about to – let's not get it twisted. Higgy is sitting right here next to me. So for those of you all like, oh, man, I can't believe you picked – Higgy's sitting right here. He's supposed to be on a probation, and so far he's failing his probation. But again, on pace to give up the fewest our points per game to be the smallest in NCAA history. The women won today because they had a great shot selection. Inksler and Van Lith over 20 points each again, just amazing. Connor says, bye-bye, Higgy. I lost it when you got Higgy on Twitter. I mean, he always sticks his nose in. We're not like that's the thing. It's like that meme. It's like, or the little thing. It's like nobody ... and then Higgy just jumps in and talks to everybody. So, and he likes to pick on me and Jeff because we're a little bit older than him, but we're all, as he would say, we're a lot older than him, but we're also a lot more successful than he is too, especially on this podcast. Marcus, what's up? But Trevor Edwards didn't recognize Joey. Why didn't you recognize him, Trevor? I'm waiting for you to respond. Why didn't you recognize him, Trevor? But back to the women. He kept falling asleep. Who, Joey? Joey does fall asleep a lot during the actual podcast, but now we're on TV. He don't fall asleep no more. But we did see those same third quarter woes that we have all season. That worried me a little bit, but they did put them away in the fourth quarter. The women will play the winner of Michigan, South Dakota on Monday. Oh, Higgy kept falling asleep. Be right back. Watching the Louisiana Derby. Connor says got some picks in. Hey, man, if you win something, I get 55% of it just because that's just how I roll. But 76-64, big win. I was hoping Sam would be in here so he could, elaborate a lot more. He is the beat writer. But I'll go to Shawn. Shawn, you watched the game. What were your thoughts from you know what? I may just bite the bullet and let Higgy Smalls in here in a second, maybe. But what were your thoughts from the game?
The defense, which has been the identity of this team the entire season. They played that smothering press. I think they let them back in the third quarter because they kind of backed off the press, and I think that was to keep everybody fresh. Olivia Cochran did a great job against their the big woman down low. I think it's Key. She did an amazing job. Like, stop keeping her from getting going. And then it was a Haley Van Lith and Emily Inksler show. Emily had multiple blocks. I think she had a couple steals. And then Haley Van Lith was clutch at the line, and was defensively, she was just smothering their guards. And then Kiana Smith had a couple big-time shots, one early in the game, a three, and then one late in the game that took the lead from 4-7. I believe it was probably about 5 minutes to go, I believe. And after that, it was just the defense stepped up, kept Tennessee from getting any closer, and I think they got to within 6 or 5 at one point. And after that, they ended up getting the margin out to a 12-point victory.
I see y'all's comments. If I don't respond to them, it means I have a segment for this in the show at some point. So please don't think I'm being rude. I'll tell you what the end of this game reminded me of. It was the end of the Texas Tech and Duke the other night, where it was a struggle the whole game.
Yes.
And then Duke just here's the difference though. I had no point personally felt like we were going to lose this game. From start to finish, I never felt like, oh my God, even when they cut it down to 3, I was like, or 2, sorry. Even when they cut it down to 2, that's right. It was like 57-55 or 55-53. No, 55-53. I'm sitting in the living room just like, all right, let's turn it on. Let's go. Let's get it going. That's exactly what we're going to do. Devon, what's going on? So talking a little women's basketball, and then we're going to get into men's basketball and baseball, and we're going to talk about everything because I got some other stuff to talk to y'all about, because I need y'all to be more patient instead of me saying stuff and then y'all getting on Twitter and being like, but Jeremy said, or on the message board. Oh my God, I've got a message board hate club now. I thought you're going to have, thought I was going to have a fan club, but I have a hate club. What's up, Doug? And I love it because it's just people that are mad that I've been right so many times. And I'm not going to be right every time. That's not the, I like to be right every time, but I'm not going to be right every time, because even in situations, in certain situations, I'm not going to be able to, if I say, Milt Wagner's a lock and for special assistant to the coach, and then a different school offers him twice the amount of money and he ends up signing with them, that's not my fault, because I had been told something different earlier and it changed. But I will say this: if I put something out there and say it's a lock and it's wrong, I will come back and be like, all right, well, I got bad information, but at the end of the day, I reported it and it's wrong. That's why I don't like to do the whole. I got accused also today by the same Twitter account of being a drama king that likes to break news and trying to be the next Adam Scheffler or some crap like that. I don't care nothing about that. I shared the stuff I hear with you all. Schefter, whatever his name is. Oh. Higgy was over here shaking, so it just threw me off a little bit. Sam. Hey, there's the women's basketball correspondent. Nice for you to join us via satellite or wherever you're at. But that just means I have to stop talking crap about him now because he can hear me. I'm joking. I haven't talked to him. Like every third word, though. Yeah, that's true. He's probably not able to hear much. But Higgy's back. No, Higgy's not. Do you see Higgy on the screen? If Higgy was here, he'd be on like 8 screens. He's not on any of the screens.
Higgy's back. Why do you want to know about Higgy's back? That's a lot to talk about.
It's a big thing to talk about. But no, I'm just trying to share everything I hear with you all, because that's why we started Cardinal Sports Zone 10 years ago in the first place. Me, Justin Rink, Steve Rummage. It's a site for the fans, by the fans. I can't hear, but I can read. Fair enough. All right. I haven't said anything negative then.
Why is he looking at my lips?
Love both shows. 93. Hey, 93.9 DeVille, they've got a lot of good stuff going on. They got a couple of bad things going on, but for the most part, it's all love over there at 93.9 DeVille. Like, they gave us our first shot. Well, they gave us our first big shot. We were actually on 790 filling in. It wasn't the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast or Cardinal Sports Zone radio show, but we went in to help our guy Lloyd Spence for a couple of months. And, that got us started. No, Hunter, Huggy's not back. Higgy's not back. I may let him come back during the show, but I'm not sure yet.
I mean, if the anticipation's there, it's kind of like maybe this Cody Rhodes debut. You just keep pushing it off.
I know. Maybe I should just wait, because another thing I know y'all are going to be sad about, but we've been doing like 2 or 3 shows a week. That's going to go down significantly during the off season. We will let you know when our season finale is. People just don't appreciate stuff. Yeah. I don't care. But like, I used to care about social media people and whether they like me or not. But at the end of the day, if you've not been in my home and no, he's here. Sam, he's here. I'm just not letting him on the show yet. Maybe at all. He keeps doing stupid stuff here at the house. So I may not. But yeah, 790, we went in and filled in for our guy, Lloyd Spence. He told us, hey, I need you to fill in for us for a couple of days a week. And then he bounced to Texas, and we got left with the remainder of his airtime. He'd already prepaid for it. So we started it off. Then we came home and started the first iteration of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast because we liked what we were doing. And about it was about 6 weeks later, 939 got in contact with us, and the rest is history. But yeah, man, we love doing it. Why was I talking? Oh yeah, 93.9. Yeah, they got a lot of good stuff going on, and we appreciate them for giving us our start, our big break, if you will. And so, chat line people, give us your thoughts on the women's basketball game. If it's something we haven't covered yet, Joey, I know you didn't get to catch a whole lot of the women's game because you were.
I've seen the whole first half.
Okay, so what were your takeaways from it?
I thought the whole tournament, and I've got to watch pretty much or listen to pretty much every women's game this tournament, and this is my thought. If we don't win it this year, I don't know when we're going to win it because Emily Inksler is like I don't know. I mean, like if we're not. You said earlier, like there wasn't a point where you thought, you were nervous. That's how I feel about the whole tournament right now. Like, I honestly feel like I don't see anybody that has played as good on both sides of the ball so far throughout this tournament than Louisville has. We've had some struggle like here and there on offense, but like our defense is championship level. It's at the top, and that's mainly because of Emily Inksler.
Absolutely, and
basically what I'm saying is we're winning.
Okay, Joey's guaranteed. Joey Wommenlock. Don't get that confused with Jeremy, but Joe Lock.
I'll lock stuff whether I know it or not.
That's true. That's very, very true. Jeff Nunn in the house. Hey, Jeff, what's going on? Isn't it almost dinner time for you? Oh my! Just kidding. Defense is serious. Workout done. Absolutely, my man. Sam, if you got some stuff that you want to add in the chat since you can't be bothered to be here with us, go ahead and throw it in there. Hunter, I'm going to get to your thoughts in a minute. But at the end of the day, this women's team, and I know Joey's going to laugh when I say this, and probably everybody will, but Emily Inksler reminds me a lot of Joey on the basketball court.
If we're like it is what it is.
It's the passion. It's not the parts. It's the passion. It's.
I mean, I probably got some eligibility left. I can go play
the hustle. It's the hustle. It's now Joey couldn't hit a shot within 10 feet.
No.
But if you put him out like 15 feet behind the 3-point line, it was strings every time.
Drip.
And I'm not even lying. I wish I was.
We had 8 blocks today, by the way.
8 blocks.
3 by Dixon, 3 by Emily, and a couple others. Yeah.
This defense is so like I said earlier, smothering the press. I love the press. It reminded me of the glory days of Louisville basketball type of press. Big Cardinal fan. I will get to that in a few. Jeff Higgy's sitting next to me. I was going to let him on the show today, but he got in trouble again before the show started, and then he got in trouble again during the show. So I'm not sure I'm going to let him on, but he's sitting right here. Kenny out there trying to bring everyone back together. Look, that's why. Look, and we'll address that real quick because, Robbie, the reason why you have and they're my friends, but you have guys like Shawn who's like, we got to get Kelvin Sampson. We got to get my guy Coffee. We got to get Mick Cronin. We got to get this guy or that guy. No, we needed Kenny Payne to heal the scars of this basketball program. Hi, Michelle. What's going on? Yes, absolutely. Great win. And again, if y'all have any comments about the game, feel free to put them in there. We will address them at some point. I do know we've got 2 or 3 comments that I'm not ignoring you all. Hunter, big Cardinal fan, and somebody else. I just know I've got something for y'all according to what y'all are asking here in a few minutes. So don't feel like I'm ignoring y'all or anything. Do y'all want to see Higgy on the show? I'm just asking. Do y'all want to see the notorious HIG? If you do, throw me a thumbs up. If he gets 10 thumbs up in 30 seconds, there you go, Steve. I like the YouTube more as well. If Higgy gets 10 thumbs up in the next 30 seconds, I'll put him on the show right now. If not, I'm going to make him wait.
I'm just doing that because Shawn's giving a thumbs up. But
Shawn,
you can't even hardly see his thumb because you see
Shawn,
his nose
back
there.
away from the camera. This is why your OnlyFans isn't working.
That's why the foot fetish channel's not working because they see your face.
Oh, Trevor with the thumbs down. Okay, Higgy has to wait. Oh, we got 2 thumbs up. Uh-oh. Now I'm in. No, we got a crying face by Steve. I don't think that's a thumbs up.
Counts as a thumbs down. Dan counts as a thumbs down too.
-1. Higgy. Can't you see?
We can't.
Why
see.
do you have such luscious? Never mind. Sorry. Look, this is a whole movement over here. So, all right, let's get to the next thing because I know y'all are still OnlyFans. Yeah, I mean, the only fans of Higgy are apparently my mom and dad and his mom and dad, and well, maybe his wife.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? I don't think his wife's a big fan of him
She
either.
was probably giving him a thumbs down too. She probably wasn't too happy, was she?
She did give us most of our ammunition for Pronounce This. We're going to bring that back during the summer. That's always fun. Jeff Nunn sends a slice of pizza.
Well, it's pointed down, so that counts as a no.
Kevin says up. Other Kevin Bird says bring on the Hickster. I'll bring him on in a few. Let's go over a little bit of this other stuff that I have got absolutely. Higgy's only what's it say?
Higgy's only fans are McDonald's
That's not a lie. Like we have done the test, and the test has confirmed that is not a lie.
Here's the thing: Higgy doesn't have an only fan. He has an only fan.
Only fan?
Yeah, that is his wife.
Golly. All right, let's leave. You know, we got Shawn in the room. We can leave Higgy alone. Kev, I'll put him in here in a few. Like he's not gonna. I'm going over this anyway, so he don't need to.
Shawn needs to get me some fans.
There you go. Tino, what's up? I appreciate you, man. I'm not trying to yell at y'all. I'm just excited. We got a lot of good stuff. I got absolutely ripped to shreds over this on Twitter yesterday. And I do have some behind-the-scenes stuff that I feel like I can share with y'all. And y'all know if I can share with you, because if next week I don't talk about it at all, I was told stop talking about it. But you all asked me, a couple of y'all asked me for an updated coaches list, my guest list, if you will. And I still feel like Nolan Smith has got one slot. Yasir Roseman has got slot number 2. And we'll talk about why that was controversial yesterday. And I think the third slot's going to either go to KT Turner, Joel Justice, or George Felton. Special assistant to the head coach hasn't changed for me, Milt Wagner. Director of basketball operations, Josh Jameson from Oregon. And for the 1 millionth time, Reese Gaines is not a member of the basketball coaching staff. He was hired by Josh Hurd as director of player development and alumni relations. I think he stays on board. He's not told anybody that I know any different.
Here's why I think people are confused with that. During the press conference,
What's up, Brian?
Josh Hurd thanked all these people and even said Reese's name, and he said they worked tirelessly throughout this whole process, knowing there wouldn't be a job for them at the end of it. I think that's where people are getting confused about Reese Gaines' position.
And that could be it. I also had people ask me, who do you think is going to stay? And my stays and goes list are as follows. I think that L. Ellis is close to. I got like 3 layers of people of my thoughts.
Wow.
There's the people that aren't gonna. There's no chance they're gonna stay, which I feel like Sam, Matt, and Dre are all on the. They're not gonna stay. I think L is probably gonna stay, but I think that Sidney Curry, JJ Trainer, and Jalen Withers, and Mike James. I think those 4 are all locks. I think we keep 5, maybe at the most. Yes, Michelle. So that means I do think Dre's leaving, especially since his brother decommitted today, reopened his recruitment.
It said that basically Coach Pan could re-recruit him if they wanted.
Absolutely, which I don't see happening. There's been some rumors, and I want to give credit to our honorary Cardinal Sports Zone reporter, Miss Michelle in the chat. She asked me 3 weeks ago when we started this, hey, have you heard anything about the Davises possibly doing some sort of NIL thing with Purdue and leaving? And I told her I hadn't heard anything yet. And I still have not heard that. But it just seems odd that this all happens right now. And so that's why I believe.
Is Purdue 90?
I don't know. Shawn, can you or Higgy, will you look that up, see if Purdue's like? No, Joe, I don't believe Rose is going to stay. Austin, it's okay, my man. I appreciate you being here. Brian, what's going on? So that answers the one question. I want to see if there was any. Higgy's OnlyFans is McDonald's. I just wanted to read that again. I knew that wasn't what I wanted to talk about. Okay. All right. Now, as far as the who, are we going to keep our recruits? Obviously, we're not going to keep Tae Davis. I do think we keep Kamari Lands. I think that's a guarantee. And I'm not sure. Nike. Okay, so Purdue's Nike. Good evening, Antron, Trevor. Yes, they have fit. Let me get to it. Come on, Trevor. Let the cake bake. Purdue seems like a prime spot for the Davis brothers. Been saying it the past few days. Yeah, and I told y'all last week that's what. Like I really felt like that's what was going to happen. But I feel like we keep Frederick King. I think that's iffy, but I think he ends up keeping him. And I think that Kamari Lands is a lock. I feel like he is a lock. And Michelle, your next question, and Brian's as well, Sky Clark. Now, those of y'all that follow me on Twitter know that I have been teasing for about 2 weeks that the Sky was looking beautiful here in Louisville. That's because at that point I was told there was a 70% chance we were getting him, and we haven't even offered him yet. Today, we offered him, so that I feel like that's a good step. Steve, I hope Brad Colbert stays here. I do too. Look, he's a walk-on, and I was told that he's not going to cut any walk-ons. If he cuts the walk-ons, first off, that's Ellis's son. That's what's the other kid? I know it's Brad Colbert, Ellis's son,
Beard,
and Bearden.
Yeah, Beard.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's a diamond in the rough too, Don. I'd love to land Sky, man. I hope Kenny can land one of these 22 5-star power forwards that are left. Look, y'all, please be patient. Like, you all doubted me. Some of you all doubted me for 7 weeks when I told you who the coach was going to be. You freaked out. You cussed me out, apologized, cussed me out, apologized, and now we're all friends again. Just let the man do his job, and when it's announced, it's announced. You all are putting more pressure on yourselves in the program than he is. And then what's going to end up happening, y'all going to have a big old plate of crow for yourselves, and you're like, man, I doubted Kenny for a few, but I should have just let the cake bake. I feel like Kenny is going to do very, very well here. And absolutely, Trevor, I hope that Brad Colbert stays here because he's a good dude. He's a hard worker. Now, he probably will get to play more because we're probably going to start blowing people out. But, yeah. Patient, yeah, absolutely. Real G's moving silence like the G in lasagna. Absolutely, Austin. So that's that's what I got to say about the people that are coming back. And as far as the recruits left, like lasagna, that's what I said, Mike. We're on the same wavelength right here. But also other recruiting, I've heard there is serious interest in Western Kentucky big man Jamarian Sharp. That's not just something that started out as something that the fans started with no merit whatsoever, and just because he posted a picture with Sidney Curry, and now there's some smoke. You know, where there's smoke, there's fire. There's a little bit of fire coming from that, so there is interest in him. Oh no, I didn't. I'm just saying. I meant in general because I get like honestly, there's and I'm not going to call him out. You know what? Put a pin in those people I was about to not call out, but actually call out. Let me finish the recruiting segment, and then we'll go into that. Kentucky decommit Deontay. Is it Dante or Deontay Allen? Just Dante Allen. He's Coach Payne's son's best friend. He decommitted. He'll probably be in here. Coach Payne's son will probably be the third walk on, so it'll probably be Payne, Colbert, and Miles. And I don't know that. That's my guess. Absolute guess.
That's why you said probably.
Right. Well, I mean, people like. Okay, let's go. Let's get to this real quick, and then we'll bounce back to the recruiting. These the message board people, and I don't necessarily hate all the message board people. A lot of them have been really cool to me, and has have grown on me. The Sydney Sharp front court is so net. Yeah, absolutely. You got to report those violations. But those people on the message boards just torture themselves because a little bit of information comes out. Like, I haven't said anything else was a lock since Kenny Payne. And there is one thread devoted to Jeremy hate where they're like, he thinks he's big stuff. He's trying to break all the news, yada, yada, yada. No, I'm just trying to share what I know. You know what? Hunter, yes, there's a chance of getting Steve on the show, but I see him enough during the week. I'm not sure I want to see him. He's got his own show. And no, I don't want to talk to him anymore. I'm just kidding. But yeah, these message board people are almost insufferable. Some of them, like there's one, and again, not gonna call out any names, but there's one guy who gets so worked up by what the message board people tells him that he'll ask me, Sam Williamson is officially in the portal. There you go. Said that look, this is live. I said that before that came out. So look, I'm just telling you. But there's this one guy who asks me for my opinion. I give him my opinion. And then he comes back, well, the message board people don't think that you're right. I don't give a crap what the message board people think. That's why I'm not joining Discord, because apparently Discord is just one big chat line where people worry each other the whole time and don't believe what credible people tell them. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not joining Discord. Higgy, I'm not joining an OnlyFans. RL Hope, what's up? Any chance we can clone Emily Inksler and keep her for I wish? Brian Davis says, what's up, guys? But no, Hunter, I hope we can get Steve on the show. You know, he does. I sent him the link. He has the link every week. So it is what it is. All right, back to the recruiting. I told you, I get going. Absolutely, Brian. It's hard not to be confident, almost arrogant with KP here and what he can do. Yeah, but you just have to be patient. It's something that today's society don't have a whole lot of, is patience. But also, I want to real quick, the recruiting. We have talked to Xavier decommit Tyrell Ward. There's some rumors about Scottie Pippen Jr. and Ron Harper Jr. out there, maybe being interested. Not you, Steve, a different Steve. Sam going back to Texas. Listen, if you're not Trevor heard this. Back in January, I told you all Sam was transferring to Texas. But y'all was like, oh, okay. So I'm sure you did, Connor, because you're the king of the screenshots. What did you send me? I'll look here in a second. Oh, screenshot. Looking at never mind. Brian, you've missed everything so far. We talked about who I believe the coaching staff's going to be, who we think's leaving, who we think's staying. We've talked basketball recruiting. I can give a quick recap of that. Shout out to Olivia. Absolute. Oh my God, she took a huge elbow, and they didn't call anything.
Well,
they called foul on her.
No, they didn't call foul on Emily. The one was
no, Olivia. Olivia got elbowed in the mouth.
Oh, I thought you was talking about Inksler.
Oh no.
Sam who passed down the court. She got the announcers on the radio was like, that was like a safety hitting.
Yeah. That was at the very beginning. Yeah. Sam going to the portal hurts. I don't think it hurts us at all. I hate it for him because I think he was such a good dude. Never had a negative interaction with them. And I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what happened to Jalen Wither. And Jalen Wither is a great dude himself. Like, just amazing person. But those guys got here and they just a switch flip. So I don't know. They didn't even review the elbow either. You're right, Brian. I noticed that. Brian McGlasson, that is. I don't want Brian Davis to think I'm talking to no, Olivia got hit in the eye. Yeah. Got elbow. I just saw the elbow. Hurts me emotionally, but brighter days are ahead. Absolutely, Austin, Steve Francona. Bad coaching happened to them. Yeah, I didn't care for their coach too much. She seemed like she was a little bit entitled. I did like her accent. She was a little country, but it is what Mac happened to both. Yeah, no, for sure. Mac happened to both of them. I fully expect Sam to go to Texas and become a superstar. He's a really good guy. I would not compare. I know who y'all are going to give me: Wayne Blackshear and VJ King, right? I know y'all just going to send me laughing faces for a few. I think Sam and Wayne's my buddy, talent-wise. Wayne's my buddy coming in. All right, I'm trying to read and talk. Sam. Wayne's my guy, but he was a lot better than he was given credit for. There were times that he struggled, but for the most part, he was Want him to go to Tech with Mark Adams. Okay. I know we need guards, but any top centers coming in next year? Look, they're just starting recruiting right now. So I don't know. I can't tell you all who. I will tell y'all when I find out who's going to commit. That's going to be my staple. I'm going to be able to tell y'all who's coming in when it happens. I may not be able to be like 6 days before, be like, hey, Louisville's talking to 2023 center Steven Adam. I don't, the first name came to my head, but I will be able to get y'all that information about who's committing before a lot of people. I completely feel that, but let's see him going. But Sam's such a good dude, and I feel like he's going to go to Texas and kill it. Before we get to the second part of the show, I want to talk about some of our fine sponsors: Shack in the Back Barbecue, Fitness Market, Four Pegs Beer Lounge, Derby City Lawn and Landscaping, All American Pool and Supply Company. And for this part, I guess there's Higgy.
What's up, everybody?
Oh, sorry, I've got you muted. Go ahead.
I'm back.
Yeah, but for how long? Just saying.
As long as you can see Higgy's face, you won't see mine.
Yeah, Terry, we were just talking about Sam entering the portal. Go ahead, do the Four Pegs read. We know how much you like food, and we know how much you like talking really, really fast.
Well, I'm trying to pull up all their specials for this week because I got so many going on this week.
What are you've been sitting here for 30 minutes. 36 minutes. What have you been doing? You got one part of the show.
So we got the Crawfish Monica this week for $14. We have a dry brunch month coming on Saturday. And then also West 6 takeover is coming up. So get down to 4 Pegs.
All right, I'm taking them off. That's just too much. No, Workout Don says no F-bombs this time, Higgy.
I promise. No F-bombs.
Okay, I'm not sure they can hear you. I can hear you, and I don't want to hear you. No, I'm just kidding. How does the sky look in Louisville? So I'm going to move. And again, this is my opinion. This is not, stop going on the message boards and saying, Jeremy Wyman said, unless it's right. If it's right, you can go say, well, Jeremy Wyman. But if it's wrong or iffy, or if I'm just giving you my thoughts, thank God you can't hear him. It's because I had him muted. He was coming through on my microphone. My opinion is this. I think we have a excellent chance at the sky looking beautiful here in Louisville. I know that a couple people have asked me about Sky, and I'm just now really getting to him. I did tell y'all earlier he had been offered officially. So that's good. But, yeah, that's when I get a little more confident, I'll let y'all know. Y'all know I tell everything that I'm told I can on here. And as long as we keep doing shows, I'll keep doing that for you all. Again, I cannot stress enough. I've had multiple people every day ask me, how can we support the show monetarily? Because you could very easily be doing a premium message board and you don't charge us. Well, down here, you've got our cash tag, our Venmo, our PayPal. If you, camera's inverted. Feel free to bless us if you can. You know what I'm saying? So what'd you say, Shawn?
I can't point down there. I was trying.
I know what you're pointing down at. It's not the graphics.
Shawn, do you have pants on while you're doing this?
Please tell us you have your pants on.
Good
Yes,
God.
I have shorts on.
All right. And you've also moved away from the camera about a half inch, and we appreciate that.
Like, are you in the bathroom right now?
No,
Are you sitting on the job?
You look like you're sitting on the toilet.
no.
Are you sitting
not.
on the floor?
All right, let's go ahead and throw the notorious HIG back in here. Higgy, you've been monitoring Twitter. Have we got any Twitter reply? Oh, what you have to do on Twitter, because Twitter does not integrate with Restream, and I do apologize. They're working on it. But I don't see any of the Twitter comments. So if y'all have a comment via Twitter, it's easier to just DM me.
Higgy was supposed to be doing that the whole show.
I haven't seen anything come through.
Steve was on with Maven with no pants on. That's how Steve lives his life. I've got a video of my phone, where we're watching a wrestling pay-per-view. The guy I wanted to win lost. The guy he wanted to win won, and he streaked
Everything off.
through the living room. You were there.
Yeah, he had.
Well, he kept his drawers on.
and everything off, but he took everything else off, and he gave himself a wedgie with his underwear.
He made his underwear like a G. Yeah. How about Wagner's? Does it look Look, I've not been given any reason to believe that the Wagner situation is going to change. I was told that one of the main reasons for getting Milt on as a special advisor was to kind of nudge DJ this way. So, yes, Steve is always naked, Chad. That is absolutely correct. Kevin says, welcome back, Higgy Bear. I'm going to kick you out of the chat if you keep talking to him when you got me and Shawn and Joey here.
Higgy Bear.
Higgy Bear? What the? Kevin, come on, man.
Dude, I know I just gave you fantasy football winnings. Are you already paying people to see stupid crap?
Nope.
No, what he's doing is he's got his DoorDash app up. That's what's going on. But no, all jokes aside, like I feel really good about Sky. I feel really good about Wagner. Does that mean that's going to happen? No. And I will tell y'all when I feel like something's absolutely a lock, I will. How come that one dude is so close to the camera? I don't know, because Shawn likes to see his nose hairs. I don't know. I call my friend at work Charlie Bear, no hate. I don't know. Shawn likes to get like all the way up this close and be like, uneffing believable. We get DJ and Cal going to be able to buy his own Brit. Dude, his buyout's like $58 million. Like, we think we have some. Luckily, Dalton isn't here to get heckled. Yeah. Dalton's actually, I think, doing a game today, so he couldn't be here with us. So he might like it. So we won't. Yeah, Steve. Yeah. Yes. Let's don't. All right. Let me get back to business, y'all. Baseball team 5-0 in ACC play, ranked now at 18. 2 huge win. I mean, Boston College is not like a powerhouse win, but the way. We beat them soundly yesterday. Today, we kept going back and forth with them. It ended up going into extra innings, and then we scored like 5 runs. Was it 5 runs in the 11th?
It was 4 runs in the 11th. But what about our pitcher bunting? That bunt.
Okay, I'm going to get to – you know what? Dang it. This mother... Which one are you? Speak.
Testing.
Okay. I have to kick him out, y'all. He's got no home training at all. Good football practice report. Got to get better, though. Yeah, we did have some good reports out of football practice. Dude could buy a small university with all that buyout money. I know you like to mess with them. Michelle, I have not heard yet if KP is looking at any local kids. Honestly, let's see, there's a chance Shaden Sharp transfer out of Western Kentucky. Connor is obsessed with Dalton. What'd you say, Shawn?
I think he meant Jamari and Sharp. He's getting confused with the other.
Yeah. There is. We talked about that earlier, Terry. I'm so sorry. We talked about that. We also talked about, let me get the baseball out of the way and we'll go back and answer some of the stuff. Yeah, I had to kick him out, Connor. He's insufferable. Just a miserable human being to be on the show. I'm just kidding. But they powered ahead in the 11th today and they just busted it wide open. We do have some issues with our pitching in the middle innings, like 5th to 8th inning. Our closer is Money. I'm not really worried about him. Our pitcher actually bunted guys over during that 11th inning to help us pad the stats a little bit, which I had on my list. Average Joe moved to a house. Now, do you have a background on?
I'm in South Beach, guys.
Joey's in South Beach, yeah.
I can't tell. It looks like palm trees and like a pool behind me, but
all right, Jabari Walker. I don't know who that is, Steve. I'm not a huge Shawn and Sam are the recruiting guys. If I hear something, I text my guys and they text me back. What local kids are good enough to look at? Again, James, I don't know. I don't follow local. I do a lot of stuff, local recruiting in general. That's why I have a recruiting team at Cardinal Sports Zone, because I don't have the time to follow all that. What, Higgy?
Jabari Walker is.
You can't talk in the microphone. Oh. Okay. Sorry. Yes. I don't know if he's interested in or not. I did reach out to Samaki. I'm trying to make that sound as douchey as least douchey as possible. I was gonna be like, yeah. I called him the other night. Our representatives contacted Samaki the other night, and he was unable to give a straight answer on whether or not his son was interested in coming here. But I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna work on Jabbar. He's a great player. I think he fit in really well with everybody else that we got coming in. Is Kenny Payne interested in? I haven't heard either of those names, Antron, and that's not saying he's not. I just haven't heard it. Yes, Brian Davis, the guy at Mel, is still committed in hoops. Caleb Glenn and the Ballard kid. The Ballard kid. Who's the Ballard kid?
I don't know.
Sisk. Okay, Sisk.
Oh, Sisk. And there's George Washington the third, too.
No, George Washington the third. I asked, honest to God, I DM'd him the other day, and he said there's no interest in switching to Louisville now that Kenny Payne's here. So, because I didn't want to. How do you teach this? How do I teach what? Higgy, how to be quiet? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. Joey, where are you? Where's your? What is that? Joey's in the strip club.
Oh my God!
No problem, Steve. No problem, Steve.
Brian Bowen's over here.
God.
Thank goodness he didn't make the mistake of having actual strippers in the background.
Until next time, this has been the Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast. Just
Georgia
kidding.
Tech guy. Oh crap! What he was really good. Mayberry? No, what was his? Marbury.
Yeah.
When he involved something like that.
Let's see.
Oh, Joey.
Yeah, sorry, I'm getting updates while we're talking. I saw somebody let me know that Sam had entered the transfer portal. Best of luck. I don't mean that, but I have to say it. Let's see.
God, we're in the comments right now.
The comments are
Make it rain. I'd rather see the strippers. Good God. Higgy sounds like he's in a tunnel. That's because I still have him turned down.
Booby bar.
So look. Sometimes you got to take your shot, and that's Joey's shot to get a little bit more time. Is putting strippers.
Hey, no, I mean I just
in the background.
I've always said I don't know as much about like recruiting and all this other stuff that these guys do. So I'm here for comedic relief.
No, we appreciate that. My bad was listening to 93.9 Corrido. You're dead to me. No, I'm just kidding. Michael Puckett. Yeah, we talked about that. We actually talked about that before it came out. And people that have been here the whole time can attest to that. We talked about Sam being in. I see Katina back there. Good God, Kevin. Yes, Tae. He has been in touch with DJ Wagner. First recruits now lap dances. I was going to say that doesn't look like the inside of Minardi Hall. I've been there a million times. That don't look like it. Joey, take Shawn next time. Look, we're trying to get Shawn a date. I have been on Craigslist, OnlyFans, even DoorDash. I asked, send a lady. They don't want to pay no attention. I was waiting for a Katina joke. So, but no, all jokes aside, that's what's going down. And I'll continue to answer y'all's questions as you go. I want to finish. I want to wrap this part up so we can just shoot the crap for a little bit before we end the show. So, baseball team now ranked 18th. I wanted to explain to y'all again. I did this last week. The midweek games, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, those type games. If we lose those, it's not a big deal. That's the practice. In all actuality, those are the guys that are getting ready to be the weekend starters next year, the pitchers to be the weekend starters next season. So don't sit there and worry when we lose to a Lipscomb or a Belmont or an Eastern, Western, Northern Kentucky like that. That may happen from time to time. I'm going to get the softball. Between the Hickster and Closeface, the show is awesome. Shawn, you're now Closeface.
That sounds like a terrible Batman villain.
Well, move the camera away, slap nuts.
I can't. I'm holding my.
I don't want to know.
My phone in my hands.
I don't want to know what's in the other hand, so maybe you should keep it right there.
I got both hands on it. There we go.
Uh-oh. Wait, who just fell out?
I don't know.
Joey did. I'm bringing you back. Good God. I cannot. The close face killer. Y'all get me off the track. No, Kevin, you're fine. Everybody, it's the most fun train wreck you'll ever be a part of. But I just want to explain the midweek losses that really don't make that big of a difference. Of course, it's nice to win them, but that's just our pitchers practicing for postseason for next year. Everything else, you can go to cardinalsportzone.com, check out the new Adidas NIL thing that has been introduced. All the details. Shawn wrote up a story the other day. Really good. It's on there. Reed Detmers is in a good spot to be in the Angels starting rotation now. Torrey Dilfer's pro career has begun over the water. The spring game is 4:00 a week from tomorrow on WrestleMania Sunday on the ACC network. Get to it if you can. If you can't, watch it on the TV. Support these kids. If you didn't hear, Scott Satterfield came on the Maven and middays with Marcus Maven and Steve Rummage earlier in the week. We have that audio for you at cardinalsportzone.com. Scroll down, check that post out. It was a great interview. Steve had to eat a lot of crow.
That's always fun.
Yes, Connor, midweek is like the JV team. Absolutely. Let's see. Let's get back to the chat. You know, I'm sorry. Is WWE downplaying the AJ Styles Edge match? Yeah, it should be a really good match, but that's another podcast I do, the Ringside Podcast. We talk about. I may talk about it at the end if we got time. I was hoping when you brought Joe back on, he'd be laying on a beach with Beyonce. Trust me, buddy. So does he. Corito, who else is leaving? Bro, I told you in the DMs who I thought was staying, so that means everybody else is leaving. I think, and I'll recap this real quick. I believe that Sidney Curry, JJ Traynor, Jalen Withers, Mike James, I think they are locks to come back. I think L. Ellis is like 95%.
It's Mike James.
Everybody else, I have no confidence in them coming back at all. Shawn is working with a monster. He has both hands on it. Oh, my God.
What the actual?
Brian Davis win tomorrow and win 3 versus Pitt, and we can put a stranglehold on the division. Yes. Kevin, yes. Sam's gone. He's outie. Both Baisden and Williamson. What else? The new intro, man. I got to shout out. I can't shout the dude out because he'll get in trouble because he works for a very important program. He's not allowed to do stuff like that, but he got it done for us. So shout out to him. He listens and watches the show, so he'll know I'm showing the love. And shout out to B Sim for the amazing musical beats. And shout out to Dalton. He's not here today. He's working, but Locked on Louisville is your first listen for all things Louisville. Comes out, I think, at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. Check that out. Support him. He does a great job. Now what we're going to do real quick before we end the show is open up the text lines, and we will is Higgy still on here? Higgy, I'm going to bring you back just so I can take you back out. All right. I'm just kidding. All right, Higgy, you're on for the rest of the show. What's up, Heather? How you doing? Been a long time. That sounded creepy. I'm sorry. Hey, girl, it's been a long time. Chat, LMAO. Yeah. What did he do? What did you do this time? Oh, you're back on the beach. Corito, can we blame the players leaving? No, I don't blame any of them for leaving. No, absolutely not. I'm not mad at them at all. I hope Sam goes and kills it at Texas. I hope Wheeler goes to NC State, somewhere in North Carolina, and kills it. That's just good. I hope Matt Cross enjoys his time at North Carolina A&T.
Iona.
I'm just kidding. No, he probably will go to Iona. So, yeah, absolutely. Right. Everybody hit, share, and like. Joe, you need a peacock. No, he don't need a – never mind.
Well,
Higgy, yeah,
it
Higgy.
just so happens I have one.
Oh, my God. This is what I have to put up with every week. You
Point
know
the
what?
sign, Joe. Point the sign.
Hold on, let me turn it up a little bit. Shawn,
Yes.
I got the feeling you have some heart. Oh, no. Let's not get it twisted, Hunter. You must not have been a long-time fan. So let me backtrack for a second. Me, Steve, and Marcus had a Saturday show, and that's actually where we all started, was Saturdays on 93.9 The Ville from 10 to noon. Steve Rummage is in my I'm at his house all the time. He's at my house all the time. That's like my best friend outside of my family. We go on vacations together. he answers his phone while he's in the shower for me, which is kind of weird. But no, that's my dude, man. I wish we could bring it back.
You give your best friends the most crap.
I do. Well, I mean,
Other than Higgy.
What? No, I don't really like him at all. But the fact of the matter is, everybody hit like and share. But no, I love Steve. He's like family to me. Whenever I'm freaking out, he's the person that I call and talk to. He kind of talks me down. Trust me, if y'all want to hear me on middays with Marcus Maven and Steve Rummage, y'all text in and y'all text them that. They listen to you all. I'm not going to beg to be on anybody's show, but if y'all tell them, hey, we need more 55, I'll be there in a heartbeat. Hit like and share on everything. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Grindr, Bumble. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know about any of the other stuff. Are we all peacocks this weekend still? I have a problem with that though, man, because I think they're getting a little too big for their britches. You know, they've beaten a couple of blue bloods now, and well, no,
Feel good story.
They beat one blue blood in Purdue. Sorry. Let's see. LOL, dang. Yeah. Hit share, like. That's why I'm getting a lot of mentions today. Yeah, Steve, because you're talking a lot. I appreciate it. I finally made it 55. Master Yoda, I appreciate you coming in. You did. I don't really know about Star Wars. Joe V, you got a timeline for the first commit? I mean, I could throw something out there. Absolutely. First commit on Wednesday. And then y'all going to go to the message boards and say I said something when I don't really know that. That's the one thing that I guarantee you all. I will never tell you all something that I don't know for sure. If I do, I'll say I don't know this for sure. I'm not going to mislead you all at all. Kenny Payne won those games. Absolutely. Yes, sir. I love my Star Wars. How can I score a hat and how much? We have, Kevin, if you will DM me on Twitter. I don't know if you have Twitter. If not, we'll figure out a different way. I have to have like 20 people request a hat before I can get them. And they were, even though these are, let's see, what, they're like the Lids brand hat. And the guy that got these hats for, gosh dang it, Joey.
Oh boy.
They were like $45. Now I loved it enough to get it. If y'all love it enough to get it, that's cool too. But I have to have 20 people tell me, hey, I want that hat. And I've only had like 8 or 9. So as soon as we get that order up, we'll send that out. But no, I don't have a time. Joe V, I do not have a timeline for the first commit. Yeah. I remember. I remember. Oh, I like that, Joe. That actually is a nice. Leave that as your background. Joe is unfreaking believable. It's my little brother. Like, he had no choice but to be, as the young kids say, swaggy, because I had so much dripping off of me. I had so much dripping off of me. It had to go somewhere. Swag, not sweat or anything weird. Workout Don's laughing. Steve's laughing. I can make hats too, but understand if you have to use the same. Oh, no. I mean, I don't have to use the same guy for the hat, but like, I like to get. Sorry, this is different. Okay, Kev. I don't know. Let's talk. You know what? If it's cheaper, let's do that. Chet says yes, Joey. Joe, keep that. If y'all hear me call him Joey, it's because that's what I've called him since we were kids.
I'm going to rename myself.
Okay. Oh God, please don't. What'd you read? You didn't? Okay. Your production looks great. Thanks, Robbie. Man, I really wanted it to look official, like you were watching something.
I just changed it. Not safe for work.
There you go. Yeah, I just wanted to make it look really good for you all. The music, like I can play the highlight, the intro again for y'all if y'all want me to in a little bit. But do I think that KP will turn the tide and bring another? Absolutely. That's why I told everybody he was so important to get him, because you could have had the big names, the experience, but this guy loves the city. This guy loves the people. This guy's going to bring people. I'm telling you, his number one guy that he's bringing in, I'm so freaking excited to share with you all, but I'm not allowed to. It's going to literally make the entire fan base flip out, I feel like, and it's just amazing. H-Man, what's up, Jeremy and guys and Coach Higgy? You know what, H-Man, I think we got beef, bro. I know I can't really talk to you. Sidney Curry was on IG Live and said they're coming. Just be patient. He said we got something cooking. Absolutely. We got fire coming. Much cheaper to talk more later. Sure. I need Yasir and Nolan. Hey, look, I still feel. I'm glad you brought that up, Connor, because I still feel like Nolan is absolutely coming. And again, we talked about this earlier. If I feel like Nolan's absolutely coming, and then Duke wins the title and offers him double the money, how's he going to say no to that? So as far as I feel the closest to a lock as I can say it without saying it, that Nolan is the guy. But with that being said, anything, even with Yasir, everybody got all bent up in the Discord chat yesterday, which I will never get. So stop trying to get me to get on Discord, Connor, and Trevor and everybody else. Oh, I guess Jeremy was wrong because of Yasir. Man, how many times have y'all heard of coaches getting a promotion and then going to a different school before the next season starts? I still feel if I had to put a number on it, I'm 85% sure that Yasir Roseman is still going to end up being on the coaching staff here at Louisville this next season. There was a football coach. Didn't Miami's new head coach, didn't he commit to going to like A&M and then ended up at Miami? It was something like that. Jeremy, who is Kenny Payne bringing in to coach with him? I'll go back over that real quick because there's somebody else that had asked that. But from now on, if you don't make it for the beginning, you got to go back and watch it again. You cost them views. I'm just kidding. My predictions for the coaching staff: Nolan Smith, Yasir Roseman, and either George Felton, Joel Justice, KT Turner, or maybe even a wild card that just comes out of the last second. Like we were looking at a guy. I don't know if it's been announced officially, so I won't say it. But we were also looking at a guy last week that ended up getting another job, and so that took him out of contention for us. Special assistant to the head coach, Milt Wagner. Director of basketball operations, Josh Jamison. That's who I feel like he's going to bring to coach in. Trevor Connor won't let me in the Discord anyway. That's probably a good move. Carrito, why are they acting like they don't? Because he played at Kentucky.
Because they don't
His
think
best friend.
it's good as because he didn't do well at Kentucky, right? But I don't think that was on him. I think that was on the coaches.
Absolutely, Shawn. I agree with you there. His best friend is Coach Payne's son. He's really good friends with JJ. Like, come on, Connor. Like, look, I always apparently I have no Steve. You know what? I wish I knew how to kick people out of the chat, Steve. You know what? Steve's got one strike before I block him. I don't even know how to do that. So you're in no danger of me blocking you. No idea. But yeah, man, that's my lucky guesses for the staff. Will some of those change? Yeah. Don't go in your little Discords or on your little message boards and say, Jeremy said it was going to be Jeremy said it was going to be Yasir, and now he's wrong, so he's not credible. Oh, well, who cares? Hunter L. Smith, I got a Sydney t-shirt to support the big fella. Wore it on an anniversary date with my wife. I told her it was a designer shirt. It's black with a big red S on it. Yeah, those are pretty sweet. I saw them. Jeremy, where do you think Coach Cal will end up? No, he didn't get fired. First off,
they can't fire this guy.
Let me be clear. He's got a $58 million buy. If they fire him, they have to give him the university, pretty much. They can't afford it. Second off, I appreciate that, Robert. I want to go ahead and preface this because I'm new to some of you all. I'm not new to some of you all. Some of y'all have been here since day one. I don't even like saying the school down the road's name, nor do I want to talk about PayPal Cal, which, by the way, if you want to support us on PayPal, there's our PayPal at the bottom. Anyway, I digress. I don't want to talk about Kentucky. This is the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast. There you go, Joey. That looks pretty freaking sweet. That's dope. It is.
Look, it is what it is. I'm over here like trying to find new ones, but
they don't have the money to fire him, like Connor said. No. And Carrito, yeah, man, Marvin Stone transferred here, and Marvin was one of the nicest, cool, like. Yes, he talked about, but Marvin was one of the nicest, coolest guys ever. That they didn't like. He passed away, right? Yeah. Heart issues. So did our guy Troy Jackson as well. Rest in peace to both of them. Great dudes. But yeah, Joey does look official. I want to be in U of L. Well, no, the last time I was at U of L's dorms was right before Katina happened. So, no, I don't want to be back there. I hope they lose every game. Yeah, every game in all sports.
See, Shawn, you need to do this. And I need to show you how to do this so it doesn't look like you're in the bathroom. Like, it looks like you're in the bathroom, but it's something like you're looking at the floor.
It literally looks like you're taking a.
If I see you moving around, I'm going to question what you're doing.
It looks like you are taking a shapoopy.
I'm not.
Well, it sure does. It sure looks like it. Whereas I want to see how this looks, y'all. Again, this is a work in progress. This is not a professional ESPN produced show. This is a JSPN.
I do this at work too during my work Zoom with Teams meetings. So.
Okay, so here's one clip that I want to play, and let's see, picture in picture. All right, let's see how this looks.
No, I would just hand it in, put it in Shitika's hand, and hand it to him.
I swear.
Well,
Shitticus.
what's the name?
Higgy, you
Spartacus?
have to slow down when you talk because when you speed up, you sound like Mushmouth off of the old Cosby Kids show.
So, no, I would just hand it in, put it in
No, I'm taking that out. Taking that out. Yeah. Okay. So I can play clips and stuff. That's cool. Robbie says, I'm fortunate enough to see the campus grow. Yeah. And Chet, man, Cliff was one. Look, he was one of the wild. When I got to U of L the second time, what was the second time? No, the first time. One of the, like that dude, I feel like I can tell this story in jest and it not be disrespectful to Cliff. Cliff was one of my buddies, man. He would, every time I would like, and I would say every time I walked up the stairs, he'd be like, hey man, you got an extra snack cake? And I'd look down and I said, do I look like I have an extra snack cake? No. But on my visit to Louisville, I got to stay the night in the basketball dorm. That's when I met Tick Rogers and Alvin and Cliff and all them. And it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I get up, I go to the bathroom. And, it's not number 2. I'm doing number 1. And all of a sudden I hear, I'm like, okay, Jeremy, first time in college, everything's fine. Nobody's about to eat you. You're not dying. So after about 4 or 5 Master P make you say uhs, I walk over to the common shower and I pull the curtain back and literally Cliff had drank so much, he was trying to take a dump in the shower. And we just it was crap. Dude, when I told him the next morning, he laughed so hard he almost did a number 2 again. But amazing, amazing dude. Hunter said, why does Higgy just creepily stare at the camera? I don't know that. But then he follows up with, okay, I kind of see why Hughley doesn't talk. Yeah, dude. Hugely? That's a new one. We're going to start calling you Hugely. Fortunate enough to see the campus grow, Robbie. Yeah.
Instead of DL Hughley, XL Hughley.
Master Yoda says, thanks for the DM on Twitter, getting me connected with the podcast. Like I said, all I had was maybe. Now I got you all too. Hey, not a problem, man. We're just here to at the end of the day, we're here to inform. Hey, that's a new thing, interform. We're here to inform, entertain, have a good time because we enjoy hanging out with each other, except Higgy. So we do have a good time. Robbie said, met him personally. Great dude. I'm telling you, Rosaire is. I didn't have. Do I look like I have an extra snack cake? No. Walk in the yard. LMAO is hugely Trevor Kelsey's younger brother. Oh my God, he does look like Bacon a little bit. But no, he's not Bacon's brother. Corrito laughing. Yeah, best transfer in my time, Cliff. Yeah, he was the first big transfer too when that was announced. Yeah, he was at North Carolina, right?
No, he was first team All-American here. Him and Robinson, Jason Kidd.
I thought he was a first team All-American at North Carolina,
I know he was
and then transferred here. He was an amazing player and a really, really good dude. So I agree with you on that. Brian McGladd, any news on your dad? Hope he's still improving. He is still improving. I went in and seen him this morning. He was in great spirits. It's just a situation where, without giving out too much information, he's doing a little better every week. We just hope if he's ever able to come home, which we're not sure he is, that he'll be able to sustain that when he gets home. So I appreciate you asking about him. Hugely or Bigley? I prefer Bigley for Higley. I like that too. So I'm gonna close it up here in a second.
Check out the cheerleaders.
Check out oh gosh, Joey. If y'all have any last comments or anything, I'm gonna go ahead and do the closing of the show. I appreciate y'all as always. We want to shout out again to all of our fine sponsors: Fitness Market, Shack in the Back, Four Pegs Beer Lounge, Derby City Line of Landscaping, All American Pool and Supply, and we're working on more. If you want to be one of our sponsors of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast plus streaming show, you can get more for your buck now because you got two things that you hear us on. You can hear us on the streaming show. You can hear us on the podcast. We appreciate all that support. Give us a call, though, 502-694-0375. You can get us on social media. Our social media for Cardinal Sports Zone is at the bottom. On Twitter and Instagram, it is Card Sport Zone. Facebook, it's Cardinal Sports Zone, 3 words. YouTube, it's Cardinal Sports Zone, one word. Sorry. I have to burp, and I don't want to do it on the air again. So individually, you can find me on social media at Jeremy_CSZ. Shawn, you are
At Elville Shawn.
He's Elville Shawn on most things. Not sure what he is on Craigslist. Joey?
Joe Wallman 526.
And you, I don't know if you're coming back, but I'll let you go ahead and talk.
I was going to say, I am the Higgy.
He is the Higgy or the Hughley or the Bigley or whatever. Absolutely. So if you've not listened to all the prior episodes of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, you can go down to cardinalsportszone.com, the place that I'll begin. Go to the podcast tab, drop down menu, CSZ Podcast. We've also got some of our other iterations throughout time of our shows there as well. If you want to listen to, if you've missed an episode of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, you can find them on Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Buzzsprout, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google, Amazon, Facebook, and iHeart. Hit subscribe or follow now. Shout out to everybody who's out there sharing the podcast. Shout out to everybody that's supporting the podcast. We appreciate you all. If you have any ideas or suggestions for guests this summer, theme shows for this summer, like greatest three-point shooter or greatest tight end not named Jeremy, send them to us. Any of us, we'll be glad to listen to your all's ideas and do a show like that. Also want to give a shout out to our guy Kevin. He's in the chat right now. L1C for the Arts on Twitter. He not only does great Cardinal stuff, but he also does good stuff for all pro teams. Hopefully legally. I don't want to be sued and I don't want to be named in the lawsuit, but he does a lot of great stuff for a lot of great teams. Again, I appreciate you all hitting me up and saying, man, y'all need to do a message board. Y'all need to do – we want to pay y'all for content. I appreciate that. I don't have any more time with what I have going on. Me and my wife are trying to get our adoption stuff rolling. My mom and dad, like me and my brother, we take care of them. I barely had I not been able to do this and record it on the SD card at the same time, the YouTube man never came into fruition. That's why I waited so long to do it. But again, if you want to treat this like a paid message board, those links are at the bottom there. You know how to use them. Or on Twitter, there's the dollar bill icon in the bio of Twitter. It'll help you out there as well. Again, I'm going to share the information I get, whether y'all send me money or not. I am blessed anytime y'all do that. But I'm just here to give y'all the information I can get. There will be a time once KP is locking stuff down, I won't be able to give y'all as much. It'll probably get to a point to where I can only tell y'all who we're considering and when they're going to commit or if they're going to commit. I'll still do that for y'all. Like I love doing this show. We all have fun. Joe, what are you doing now, Joey? Mm-hmm. Oh, Kenny Payne in the background. Yeah. See, y'all wanted Kenny on the show. Everybody, Kenny Payne. Clap, Higgy.
I won those games. Oh, did you hear?
Shawn is in a Jack Shack somewhere, and I just cannot
see Shawn now.
This dude turned the lights off.
He made it more creepy. Shout out to my guys, Marcus Maben, Steve Rummage. Like Marcus lets me talk a little bit. Like I try not to I enjoy listening to his midnight show. So I jump in there and talk from time to time. I know that's his time to talk. I appreciate him letting me talk. Steve, probably see you tomorrow to watch the ball games or maybe tonight. Not sure. But do we got any last words? We will go to Higgy first, only because this will be the most entertaining. And then we're going to get back to the chats. Yeah, we're going to get back to the chat. Yeah, we are live. We're live, pal. And then we're going to get to Kenny. But y'all, it looks like they have some questions for Kenny too, Joey. So you might want to put him back on the screen.
He had to run out.
Oh, he had to go?
He's got to
Okay.
go recruit a kid.
Okay. Scott Clark. Higgy, your last words.
Everyone have a safe week, and we'll see y'all back next week.
That is the clearest thing he has ever said. And is it coincidental that it's the day he walks in looking like Bray Wyatt's opposite of anorexic twin?
Bro, that's not the cleanest thing he ever said. So it got him suspended.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
And he was so proud of himself. He's like, Kenny Payne won those games.
Creepy Kenny. Yeah. But yeah. All right. Good job, Higgy. I didn't think I was ever going to say this, but that wasn't the worst thing you've ever done.
It's not hard work, Don, when you're doing something that's fun.
No, it's still hard work. Yeah. Y'all just talking to the microphone. I'm the one that sets everything. Thank you, Don. I appreciate that, man.
I had to set my own stuff up over here.
I hate you so much. All right, Joey, last words.
No. Like, Don, I mean, I was,
No, don't be a Dalton. Trash Maryland.
Oh, yeah.
Spade and neuter.
So I'm going to probably not trash Maryland as hard. And here's why.
Okay.
Because Kevin Willard's now their coach.
It was.
And I like the Willards. So probably going to have to move to somewhere else.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll just say.
What about Higgy? Can you not just trash Higgy?
Higgy's trash.
Okay. Fair enough.
Higgy's mouth is trash. There you go.
That's a better one.
Do you talk to your mom with that mouth?
No.
Okay.
No.
Do your parents know that you say that word?
My dad has heard me say it multiple times. Mom, not so much.
Does she know that you said it on this show?
Yes, and there were some repercussions.
Wait, you told your mom? What a weirdo.
Did you tell her or did Megan tell her?
She saw it on Facebook.
Oh, boy, I bet she was embarrassed. Man, she probably he backed away like, yeah, I'm big. She was all like, oh my gosh, my son.
Hey, Higgy, you need
my
to.
son's mouth is trash.
Hold on, let me get Higgy's thing a little bit better to where y'all can see.
JT.
JTZ.
Jiggly.
All right, let's get to these questions. Shawn, real quick. Any last words there, buddy?
I did want to shout out one player I forgot. I gave a recap on the women's basketball game. Peyton Verhulst. I mispronounced that name. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's Verhulst.
But she played really well in the first half. Hit, I think, a couple of threes in her home. I believe it's her hometown, or she's from around that area.
Yeah, he had like 7 points to begin with.
Yeah,
why
she
are your
played
lights
really
flashing?
well.
She's
gonna be a
Michael
great
Myers? Are you Michael Myers from Halloween? Why is the background light flickering off and on? What are you doing?
That'd be the TV. I had the TV on. I've been kind of looking up.
What
at the,
channel
San
did you
Diego
have? The
game,
Spice channel?
South Dakota, Michigan game.
Shawn had it on Spice while we were talking.
He's got Pornhub up on that.
What's it called? Red Tube? Is that what it is?
Jesus. Oh.
Bumble.
Look, we just have a good time, man, and we're glad that y'all enjoy listening to us as well. My last words are simply this: get out to the spring game if you can. If you cannot, like I'm not going to be able to because I got stuff to take care of around the house. My wife's home for a few weeks.
Is she going to leave again?
No. Yes, she is leaving, but I'm going with her because we're going somewhere on spring break to an undisclosed location. I will do a show from there, so y'all will have me back down there, but I got a lot of stuff to do that day. And then it's WrestleMania Sunday, having some family members over here at the house. Higgy, you're not invited. Shawn, you are.
Shawn might be working his way to being uninvited with all this like dark.
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah,
it is. It's kind of
like
creepy.
Getting a restraining order.
I do feel like I'm going. Okay, so let's.
Or something.
All right, let's get back to the chat line. I want to finish it up. Marcus Price, who's got the Discord link. I mean, you may like it. I'm just not going to do it. Shut it, Higgy. I say that all the time, Connor. Robbie's got my – man, you've always had my back. From day one, you've listened to all the shows we've done everywhere, from the CSZ podcast to Live with 55 to Cardinal Sports Zone on 93.9 to Talking Noise on 790, man. You've been day one, the real one. We appreciate it. Steve says, good show, guys. Thanks. So Kenny officially offered Scott that he did today. I wonder who's been saying that though. Y'all I don't know. Noah says, talking about a player that KP is going to bring in that would make the fans go crazy, DJ Wagner. Because if DJ Wagner, the second he says TJ Wagner or DJ Wagner, that means Aaron Bradshaw. That means Mackenzie Magabo, Makalekahai Makahani Ho. That sounded like Higgy for a second. That's going to be the one right there. Mike says, yes, Carrito. Kenny Payne won those games. Kenny was here on the show. Did y'all see him? Aaron says, first rule of Discord, don't talk about the Discord. Look, more power to you all. I'm not trying to crap on y'all for doing the Discord thing. Did Joey just leave?
Yep.
Okay.
I started and walk behind you.
Okay. I'm not going to sit here and crap on any, but like my experiences with people that use the Discord, it seems like it's just an anxiety-riddled cesspool, and I don't want anything to like. I've got enough stress going on right now. I don't need people asking me, hey, for example, hey, is Nolan coming? Or is Roseman coming? Yeah. 5 minutes later. Oh, they said Roseman's not coming. They don't believe you anymore. I don't care who believes me. Like, the people that have been here for me, I do care about y'all. But these people that I don't know, I don't really care. Like I said, I had the guy on Twitter this morning trying to troll me, not Drew Diener account. I don't care. Like, let's just get all the way back to my roots. LaSalle Place, West End, South End, Louisville. I will give that guy my address, and he will not come over here and say one word to me. Because if he did, I would knock him to the ground. And that's why he hides behind the little fake Twitter. I'm pretty sure I know who it is, too, but I'm not going to say. And he's a wussy, because that's the only thing I can say is wussy. It's something else, but whatever. You are live? Absolutely, I'm live. All the time, baby. I really wanted to ask him last week if you won those games. You should. Not creepy, Kenny. It was kind of creepy. Thanks for all your hard work. I know we addressed that earlier, Don, but, man, we appreciate you, too. We appreciate all y'all checking in. Y'all been in here for a while, and, we appreciate it. We've been getting record numbers on all platforms. We're still getting our high numbers on the podcast, but this just adds another avenue for people. We're maintaining the numbers we were before on the podcast, but now we're adding numbers through here, and that just speaks volumes for y'all's love and support and just telling everybody. Trevor says, I hope Higgy's mom beat his $A double dollar sign. I'm not sure she had enough time to beat that behind. Higgy probably did get a whooping. My girl Peyton, Terrence Morris, thank you, Jerry, for all you're doing to provide. Like, I wish there was a way that I could do this and this could be my 9 to 5. Because trust me, I love to. I know y'all probably don't know this, but I love to talk. That's the reason why Higgy don't get to say a word. Shawn don't get to say a word. No, I'm just kidding.
And I make backgrounds.
Enjoy it makes backgrounds and walks behind me in the middle of the show or the end of the show. But hopefully one day we can make that happen. We can get the show. Like, if I get more time, I can get sponsors, and we could be back on the radio next week if we wanted to. I just don't have the time to go out and get that money. So, but we do thank you, Terrence. I appreciate that. Oh, Kenny Payne back in the building, everybody. And Shawn's lights are back on. He must be through servicing himself.
It took you that long, bro.
I don't know what he was doing. Robbie from Miami to New York. Absolutely. Kind of depends on the day. It's fun. Yeah. I work out down. Whoa, Algonquin area. I grew up there. Look. They do not want to mess with, like, 6'7", 350. My little brother is like 6'7" and a half, and just like jacked. How come you've not put a picture of you like posing? Sorry, but anyway, they do not want this smoke at all. I'm trying to, Corey, you've been like the biggest, right? You've been one of my bigger supporters too. I do love to talk. Chet, Shawn didn't even wash his hands.
Come on, man. I just stole
it. It's true, man. Look, it's true. Like your camera was moving up and down, your lights was going off and on, and it's. I didn't want to ask, but it looked like you were having a good time, so I did not want to disturb you. But guys, it has been awesome tonight. We appreciate you. Don't know when we're going to have the next show. Just kind of keep tuned to Cardinal Sports Zone on Twitter. On Facebook, keep wherever y'all follow me at, I'll let y'all know when we're going to do another show. It'll probably be sometime next weekend, so we can wrap up. Or actually, we may do it Tuesday night, so we can recap the women's basketball game and just talk some more trash like we always do, like we love to do. But y'all, again, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all, most of y'all. I don't even like all the people here on the show right now.
Most of them, you like me though.
Thank you for doing this live. It's awesome. Yeah. Well, Kevin, thank you. And if it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't be able to do this. So thanks again for the support. We love you all. Until next time, this has been the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, which you will be able to find via social media about 30 minutes after the show. Oh, there's Jack Joey. Okay. What you going to do when Joe Mania runs wild on you? That's what Shawn was doing off camera.